forward. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay, great. All right, so Facebook is now live. Instagram is now live. We are ready to go. I just want to let a few people jump in with Facebook because I know a lot of people are very, very excited about just finally putting things to bed, putting babies to bed, and just, let's just get to the truth of the matter. Everybody's talking about it. If you go on my Facebook page, you will see a very, very cruel post, which is one of the reasons. And see, I've been sitting on this for a minute. You have to understand that it's a wise woman who builds her house and the foolish that tear it down with her own hands. And so my community is my house. So I'm very, very careful about the different things that I discuss, that I even put my hands to, because certain things that look certain ways are not actually what you see. And so for my Instagram family, because I didn't want to post this on my Instagram, I'm going to read to you what Marcus Rogers decided to post. He put up a picture of the press conference that Kobe and Vanessa Bryant did concerning the rape accusation. And this is what Marcus Rogers wrote. He said, "Rapist, LOL. Karma," and I don't usually cuss, but I am going to, I don't usually cuss on my lives, but I'm going to read this verbatim so that some of you all can clearly understand the atrociousness of what has been said. Marcus Rogers said, "Rapist, ... LOL, ... Karma is a bitch. Shouldn't go around raping women and bullying children on social media. I hope his daughter screamed as the fire burnt her body and Kobe watched helplessly. The only thing was that his wife and other children were not with him." Wow. Cancel. Wow. And it's so deep. Now, let me put my disclaimers up here so that we can be very, very clear. I am not representing the Commonwealth Attorney's Office of Roanoke, Virginia, that I was affiliated with. I am not representing the Moorish Science Temple of America today. I am not representing the Bryant family. I am representing two deities to which I have been initiated. One is the deity Neith. She is the warrior goddess. She is the protector of women and children. I am also representing Mayat. Truth, justice, balance, righteousness, harmony, and all types of reciprocity. And so as you hear me speak today, I am not a Lakers fan by any stretch of the imagination. I simply am not. But I am all about Mayat. I am all about truth. And so if we are going to piss on somebody's legacy and we're going to speak negatively about somebody's legacy, let us do it with truth. Okay? Let us do it as a matter of fact, as opposed to a matter of assumption. And so I will be reading you different parts of the actual transcript that you can Google as well, so that we can then, from a place of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, share compassion with this family, and then feel free to actually honor this man's legacy without, "Well, I heard he was a rapist. Well, I heard he was a rapist. Well, I heard he was a rapist." Now, let's talk about and get everything into perspective. Because see, if we understand what perspective is, and if you know any brothers, please invite my brothers on to this. I am going to be speaking very, very direct. some of you all are not used to hearing me speak directly, but there will be straight no chaser. So if you have any children around, you want to have your children leave. This is not going to be a children-friendly environment, and I'm making sure I don't do it in that manner so that you can understand clearly, especially if you are a man. You can have some better clarity because you have to understand. Now, let me give you a little bit of background. So 2003, I had retired in 1999 and moved to Virginia Beach. 2003, when this took place, I was considering going to law school. And so this case became something that just kind of, woo. I had interned with the Commonwealth Attorney's Office of Roanoke, Virginia. And so I learned how to do critical analysis of things when I look at them. So this is the reason when you hear me talk, I don't sound like everybody else, because I'm not everybody else. And if you will give me time to give you all the information, I'm not getting ready to just rush it and send it on, because you see, this is not a clear-cut case of rape. I'll say it again. This is not a clear-cut case of rape. This is not rape in the sense that we know rape here in 2020, okay? And you cannot say, and let's be clear, before any of the Me Too sisters, the Me Too lesbians, any of you all try to attack me, let me be clear. I am a woman who has been raped. So I am not coming in here defending Colby because he's Asiatic, nor am I attacking Caitlin because she is a pale-skinned European. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So let's make sure that we are completely clear who Queen Neith is, Empress Neith is, and who I am not. Okay? So again, this is not a clean, clear-cut case of rape. But my brothers need to hear this because several of you all have been in the same position that Colby found himself in. And I want to make sure that you don't end up getting accusations brought against you because of this situation. So let me just go ahead. If you're just now coming in, go back, listen from the beginning so that I don't get anybody in my inbox talking about who I represented or whatever. Okay? I'm representing the goddess Neith. I am representing Sekhmet. The fire of Sekhmet is going to come through here, burn up anything that is a lie, and bring forth the complete truth. And I am representing Mayat. That is the beginning and that is the end. Okay? And the correct pronunciation is Mayat for those who do not know. So let's begin. Kobe Bryant started his career with the NBA in 1996. 1996 at the age of 17. Straight from high school, straight to the NBA. Okay? Excellent, bruh. Proud of you. I think that's amazing. Only 6 people before him had ever done that in the whole history of the NBA. That is applaudable all day, every day. So he went from being a high school student to being an NBA player. There was no buffer in between. So he had to put on big boy pants real quick and make the adjustment. So from 17 to 21, he was an excellent ball player, but he was also buck wild because he went from high school straight to the NBA. And so there were women, and there were women, and there were women. Oh yeah, by the way, there were lots of women. He met 17-year-old Vanessa Lane. Woo! And she was pretty. And she was a good, wholesome girl. He was like, I like her. This was at 21. Many of us did not have the sense that God gave a box at 21. Kobe then decided, I like her. 6 months later, she turned 18. He said, I like her enough, I'm going to marry her. Some of you all have been shacking for 10 years with your girlfriend and have not made that assessment yet that she's worthy to be married. So before we put our mouth on Kobe, let's go ahead and applaud that there. And I'm walking you through this so that I can show you certain things that deal with character and integrity, which is part of the reason that Kobe did not get the charges. He didn't go to jail. And I'm getting ready to help you all understand how to do critical analysis and how to do research so that you can understand. So out of all the women, keep in mind, Kobe he joined 1996. From 96, 17 years old to 21, every woman in the world that wanted to be available to him made themselves available. Fans, groupies, lawyers, doctors, deacon saints, friends, everybody, okay? Kobe was self-admittedly buck wild for 4 years. And he had two certain things that he enjoyed doing during sex. Just wild, because, you know, that's what he did. He was 17, okay? At 17, some of us were dumb. Back in the day, they had a term, y'all aren't used to hearing me speak like this, but it's true. Young, dumb, and full of cum. Well, that's exactly what Kobe was. He was stupid in that. Excellent ball player, excellent disciplinarian as far as disciplining his mind. His work ethic could not be touched. And he was having lots of sex. Okay, cool. He met Vanessa. Whoa, wait a minute. Whole game changed. Dated her for 6 months till she turned 18 because her parents weren't having it. His parents weren't having it. And so what then happened? He married her. He married her at 21 years old. Sure did. He married that girl. Okay. Now, I have seen on Facebook and Instagram, people call her a whore because she was a Latina. Let me help you understand. What are Latinas? Latinas ain't nothing but one slave ship stop different from those of us that were dropped over here if you were not already born here. So before you call her a whore, just because she was a Latina, she had no reputation of whorishness whatsoever in high school at 17. She did not. So to make that type of assessment about that woman, especially with the type of grief that she's going through right now, is trifling. It is absolutely trifling and it is warrantless. Let's keep rolling. He married Vanessa at 21, had an injury and went to Colorado to have surgery on June 30th of 2003. And he was married. So more than likely, he had had sex with his wife before he left. So Kobe did not go to Colorado, to Edwards, Colorado, looking to have sex, okay, at the lodge and spa at Cordelia in Edwards, Colorado, okay? He checked in, trying to be quiet so that all the fans weren't there on June 30th, 2003. Okay, so one of the ladies that cleans, one of the housekeepers, looked cute. She looked Latina. Now when you see her, she's blonded her hair. She's married a pale-skinned European. But in them pictures on my page, she kind of looked like Vanessa a little bit. So she looked Latina. So this young lady approached him. They had whatever inappropriate conversation. He invited her back to his room. Now, let me help you understand. Two of my biggest clients are the Falcons and the Hawks. Okay? Falcons and the Hawks. I live in Atlanta. Two of my biggest clients. I cook for them. Let me help y'all be clear. One of the things that I know, I don't have them here at my temple at night. I don't. You want to come pick up your food? Come pick your food up during the daytime. You don't need to be here at night. And that's not any knock to them. That's just common sense on the way that you interact with men all day, every day. Now, am I saying that if one of them was to come and pick up food at night, they had the right to have sex with me? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is I use wisdom. So if you're going to use wisdom, then you put a parameter around wisdom if you don't have sexual intentions. So she came back to Colby's room on July 1st at night, okay? Now keep in mind, from 17 to 21, Colby was knocking everything that made itself available, okay? And so here's this young lady. Now, some of the things that he did with those women, Vanessa was not having. And you all will see how I know that shortly. Vanessa wasn't doing that. She was like, I'm not doing that. No, I sure am not. So this young lady, Caitlin, presented herself and said, I'll come on over. He said, well, come on over. She came on over. Mistake number one, you're married. You're married. Why are you inviting a single woman to your room? Y'all are not getting ready to look at Netflix or whatever it is they watched back in 2003. Okay, cool. That was not a wise decision. So there's a difference between rape and those things that are not wise decisions, okay? It just wasn't a wise decision. So let me read you specifically what made him believe that it was okay to have sex with her. So let's see. Her body language indicated to him that it was okay. She began to kiss him and engage in kissing. She put her hand on his penis and then she bent over. However, Colby said, I never did then say, hey, may I now put my penis inside of your vagina? Now, I have been grown for quite a while. I don't know that I've ever had a brother ask, hey, may I put my penis inside of your vagina? If my hand is on your penis and I'm kissing you and I'm bending over, usually that's a hint and a half, come on in, the door is open. And so in Colby's 24-year-old mind, this then said this had nothing to do with him being an NFL star. It had everything to do with him being a man. Okay. Now, for the brothers that are in the room, if you all can help me, because see, I've never had a penis. So if you can put a 1 in the room, if a woman was kissing you in your hotel room, put her hand on your penis and then bent over, would you see that as a request for sex? If they're brothers, if you could just put a 1 in the room, let me know where you are, because see, some of you all now are older than where Colby was at 24 years old. In Colby's mind, when that woman kissed him, put her hand on his penis, bent over, that was a, yes, I would appreciate you putting your penis inside of me. And so this is exactly what he did. Now, what we have to keep in mind is that we have a situation. We got this little chick. I think it said that she was 5'5", about 125 pounds. Colby was 6'6" and 212 pounds. 6'6", 212 pounds. Let's start there, okay? So, is Colby wrong for being 6'6", 212 pounds? No. Where he is wrong is for having that woman come over to his apartment. Now hold on, Instagram just shut me down. So let me go back to Instagram and open it back up, because we're gonna do this. Oh yeah, we about to do this. Hold on. Boom. All right. So let's continue to go on. So the fetish that he was enjoying while he was with from 17 to 21, because Vanessa was like, you're not about to do that to me. Two things. And see, because he was consistent and he pretty much did this with everybody, they then were ready to testify. Oh yeah, he did that to me. Oh yeah, he did that to me. Oh yeah, he did that to me, when he was not married. His two fetishes, he used to like to strangle women while he was engaging in sex with them doggy style. That was one of his things. Y'all know that are into choking, what that does. Okay. So Colby used to like to strangle women, and he used to get great pleasure. And that's obviously from watching porn. And y'all know I've taught on porn forever. He enjoyed ejaculating in women's faces. So everything was cool. They was getting it in, getting it in, getting it in. Colby took his 6'6", 212-pound hands, put them around her throat. She was like, what in the world? Wait a minute. What we doing? What we doing? What's going on? And so when she complained that that was a problem, he stopped. And then, because he apparently was getting ready to ejaculate, he said, can I come in your face? Now that is here on the console. I'm not just being brass. That is what's here on the transcript. Can I come in your face? And she got offended. She got offended. Now, is Colby wrong for having sex with another woman while he was married? Yes, 100% wrong. He was not in a polygamous relationship. Vanessa had not given consent. 100% wrong. Was Colby wrong for choking that girl? That's kind of up in the air, okay? Because he did not ask her, hey, while I'm hitting it from the back, can I choke you? He didn't ask. So she gave consent for the sex from behind. But did she say, it's okay for you to choke me? There's nothing that said she said that was okay. So that's why I said this is not cut and dry. And when and where did consent change? The offense that she took and the insult that, right, and he should have asked, Zanib, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, because I wish a brother would, well, yeah. I wish a brother would just decide he gonna choke me. No, we need to have that discussion. So that's a very valid point. And that's why I asked you all to invite as many brothers in as possible, because what was consent, as soon as he started choking her, then it became a completely different dynamic. So does that action make Colby a you silly? Does that action make Colby a rapist, or did that make him at 24 years old a inconsiderate? Was that an inconsiderate act? You know what I'm saying? Now, some sisters on here have had this experience where all of a sudden a joker decides to add in something extra. And it's like, hey. Or if we are in doggy style and the penis slips out of the vagina and accidentally tries to rub against the anus, hey, we're having a discussion. This is a problem, okay? Now, does that make that brother a rapist, or does that make him inconsiderate. It made him inconsiderate. When he asked her, and at least he asked her if he could ejaculate in her face instead of just ejaculating in her face, does that make him a rapist? Or does that at least show some consideration? Okay? Now, this is where the issue comes in. Do I feel like she set him up? That's not clear cut. Let me show you two sides of the coin. Now, Caitlin was 19 years old. I remember 19. I was in college at 19. And I was a little hottie in college at 19. All day, every day. I went to a predominantly Eastern European school. And so I watched them at keg parties and all of that type stuff. I have never been able to stand the smell of beer, but I have watched them. My dad got us a condo when I was at JMU, and I had 3 other roommates, and they were all European. And so in that, I watched and lived with this dynamic. I saw what much of this looks like. And it was different dudes in and out, in and out, in and out every night. And I was like, whoa, this is different. Wow. Okay. Now, am I saying that this is what Caitlin did and this was her practice? I don't know. All I know is what I've seen. I see the pictures of her up, and I'm not setting any type of, hold on, Joe, hold on, Lynn, hold on, because it's two sides of it. It's two sides of it, Lynn. Now, this is the part that a lot of you all don't know who have thrown mud at Kobe. Now, this young lady, and I don't call her a whore because she didn't show up as a whore. She had sex with a married man, as have many of you. Okay? Okay. So, this is the problem. She was 19, and a lot of us don't know a lot at 19. She had had sex earlier that day with a Caucasian male before she went and visited Kobe. So she probably took a little shower and washed up, okay? And she did not realize that his sperm was still lodged inside of her vagina. So she had taken a shower. Clearly, Kobe did not offer oral sex to her, so he did not smell the other man there, okay? All he saw was, she willing, she ready, let me hit this, okay? One of the reasons that I say Kobe was not trying to have sex was because he had no condoms. He had no condoms. He was there to have surgery. And he and his wife had been busy. So Kobe had no reason to be carrying condoms. He did not go there with the intention of having sex. However, he did invite this woman to his room. Okay? Not having a condom. Whoa, this is where the challenge comes in. So, since she said, no, you can't ejaculate in my face, Kobe said, well, okay, I'll just ejaculate in your vagina. Dumb move. 24, some of the brothers on here at 24 have ejaculated inside of vaginas and made babies that are running around here now. Dumb move. He could have put it anywhere else, but he left it in there. And then Kobe was deciding to be a gentleman, as she admitted later. And he didn't just say, okay, ho, get out. He actually snuggled with her and went to sleep. And so she then put on her drawers, put on her clothes, walked past the little desk and was smiling, talking to her coworker, the night shift lady, about how she got with Kobe and how he tore it out the frame. And she was just fine. And then she ran into another one of her friends who works there with her. And all of a sudden, everything changed. She looked just so distraught and, oh my God. And then she went and reported rape at the police station. Well, see, this is where it gets kind of deep. And this is why you have to understand that the ancestors play a part of everything. Because see, wasn't nobody in that room but the ancestors, Kobe and Caitlin. We are talking about Eagle, Colorado. Eagle, Colorado. And in 2003, Kobe was still nothing but a quote unquote black man to them people in Eagle, Colorado. And this poor, defenseless little what they would call white girl got raped by this great big black man. Oh my God. Okay. That's the story that was presented. But let me tell you about the ancestors. This is why you can't say all pale-skinned Europeans ain't nothing and they all hate us. So they asked her to take a rape kit. And she did. And in the rape kit was Kobe's semen, the pale-skinned European semen, and a pubic hair from the pale-skinned European. So that means she probably did not take a full shower. She just washed up after having sex with the pale-skinned European. Now, what does this look like? On one hand, it looks like she had sex with the pale-skinned European and he beat it up real nicely. Then she had sex with Kobe, and Kobe is 6'6", 212. She's 120, 5'5". Kobe's probably a well-endowed brother, and he wasn't dealing with her like he was dealing with Vanessa. He was banging her out. So was there vaginal trauma? Sure there was. Sure there was. He was not dealing with her. He was dealing with her like a 24-year-old running into a 19-year-old. Having straight sex. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay? Kobe don't know she slept with somebody earlier and apparently didn't care at 24. Okay? Long as she's saying yes to me, it's all good. All right. So they called Kobe in. Hey, did you rape this girl? Rape her? No. No, I didn't. I have no sex, nothing. My penis does not know that woman. I have not had sexual relations with that woman. Denied it vehemently. Why are you shouting? Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. So the question is, what in the world? What went on? What's happening? So they asked him 3 times, Kobe, did you have sex with this girl? No, man, wasn't me. It wasn't me. Nope, I ain't had sex with her. Kobe, did you have sex with the girl? No, man, no, nope. Hey, Kobe, we got your DNA out of the girl. Oh, yeah. I did. I'm married and I love Vanessa. And I just thought I'd get this side piece real quick. And I'd have messed up. Yeah, I did it. I did have sex with her. Okay, Kobe, did you just have sex with her or did y'all have an orgy? An orgy? Yeah, did you do a threesome? Was it another dude there? What? I'm Kobe Bryant. Are you serious? I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm a Virgo. No. Share? Absolutely not. I'm Kobe Bryant. No. Kobe, we're going to ask you again. Kobe, did you have somebody else in there with her? Man, no, I done told you now. We out there now. I done told you no. They said, okay, well, we look at Joe Bryant, your daddy. We look at Pamela Bryant, your mama. Both of them appear to be African American. But in her rape kit, we done found the hair, the pubic hair of a Caucasian and the sperm of a Caucasian. So this is why we're asking you. So you can go ahead and go get your affairs taken care of, get your little leg done, go on home, and we will send for you because you're going to need to come back and we're going to need to clean this up. Okay, Kobe? Now, when they asked her, picture this, she said, oh, I swung by my house and I wanted to put on some fresh clothes. So I grabbed some underwear, apparently out of the dirty clothes, and it had some semen on it. Yeah, but you said you went straight after the encounter to the police station. So there's a problem. So did he commit infidelity all day, every day? Did he ejaculate in a woman that wasn't his wife with no wisdom at 24? All day, every day. Where the game changed was that he did not ask if he could choke her. He did not ask if he could choke her, and he insulted her by asking whether or not he could ejaculate in her face, which made her feel like nothing but a cheap piece of tail. Okay? So, where does the challenge come in now? Kobe Bryant is accused of rape. Yes, he was accused. And what you have to understand is now this is why I said it was two parts. This is the one part. Maybe she went thinking she was going to have sex with Kobe and become Kobe's mistress. Okay. That could be one part. The part over here that looks like the setup is you already had sex with somebody else. He beat it up so that it looked like you had been raped. And then Kobe came behind you, and then this then backfired on you because all of them showed up in the rape kit. So can I say with a certainty that she tried to set him up? No. Now let's keep going. She would not go to trial because this other man's semen was definitely going to be presented. She had already tried to commit suicide twice by taking an overdose of pills before this incident happened. So what this meant was there was a level of imbalance mentally that was already there. She was already taking antipsychotic drugs for schizophrenia at the time of the incident. So we have to understand, Kobe did not know that this woman was not completely balanced. Kobe didn't know she wasn't completely balanced. He equated her to a groupie. Okay? So Kobe then, after they went ahead and cleared them of the charges, they dropped them. They were like, listen. She was like, y'all not about to put me up there and crucify me. Oh, this didn't quite turn out the way I did. But I tell you what, I am going to file a civil charge because I say that it's rape. Even though he doesn't, I say that it is. So I couldn't get him in court. but I'm a sure enough get him. I couldn't get him in criminal court, but I'm a definitely get him when we go over here to this civil action. So Kobe, because he knew he had messed up, did a couple things that you don't usually see. Kobe did a press conference with his wife, and he issued an apology. I have never before, and I have studied these cases, I've never before seen anybody give the apology that he gave after understanding the dynamics of where she is mentally. Of understanding, wow, I didn't just have sex with a chick. I kind of had sex with somebody that had a mental disability. So yeah, let me clean this up. So this is what he said. And again, listen to the words because it speaks to his character. First, and he made this, he said, first, I want to apologize directly to the young woman involved in this incident. I want to apologize to her for my behavior that night and for the consequences she has suffered in the past year. Although this has been an incredibly difficult for me personally, I can only imagine the pain she has had to endure because she went through death threats. She went through the whole 9 yards because of it. Now listen to this next part. I also want to apologize to her parents and family members and to my family and friends and supporters and to the citizens of Eagle, Colorado. I'm going to read that part again because see, that's what speaks to character. I also want to apologize to her parents. Wow. And family members, because her parents and family members have been disgraced by this whole thing. They have been affected because I have a wife. Because I have a wife, I know what it is to be honorable toward a woman, and I did something stupid. So I not just disrespected her, I disrespected her parents. I want to apologize to her parents. Wow. And I want to apologize to my parents because Joe and Pamela raised me better than this. And this was just a stupid decision that I made. It was a stupid decision that I made. I also want to make it clear that I do not question the motives of this woman. Because again, you're not dealing with somebody that is dealing with a complete and balanced mind. So I'm not throwing no shade on her because I'm in my right mind and I did something dumb. No money has been paid to this woman. So the civil action had not happened when he put this up. She has agreed that this statement will not be used against me in the civil case. Although I truly believe this encounter between us was consensual, I recognize now that she did not and does not view the incident the same way I did. After months of reviewing discovery, listening to her attorney, and even her testimony in person, I now understand how she feels that she did not consent to this encounter. I didn't consent to you choking me, Colby. And I didn't consent to you even asking me if it's okay for you to ejaculate in my face. So now he done had a full wake-up call that a whole lot of brothers don't realize, don't know. He's 24. He's 24. So he's thinking, well, you're there. I can do whatever I want to you. This was a wide open wake-up call. I issued this statement today, fully aware that while one part of this case ends today, this was the end of the criminal case, another remains. I understand that the civil case against me will go forward. That part of this case will be decided by and between the parties involved in the incident and will no longer be a financial or emotional drain on the citizens of the state of Colorado. So for the full 1 year that it took for this whole trial to go forth, the citizens of Colorado were paying for this foolishness. So now it's completely over. So this is why Vanessa then made the statement, my husband made a stupid mistake, but he is not a criminal. So this is something that my husband and I will need to work out together. That woman said this is something that, keep in mind, if Colby's 24 at this time, then Vanessa is what? 21, and she's spitting wisdom. This is something me and my husband have to work out. So if I can forgive my husband, y'all don't have nothing to do with this. My husband didn't rape that woman. He did have sex with that woman, and it was wrong. And he didn't ask her if he could choke her. And he did ask if he could ejaculate in her face. But my husband's not a criminal. He made a bad judgment decision. So I'm going to deal with this. Now, keep in mind, this went on from July 2003 all the way up until 2005. During that time period, Natalia was born, their oldest child. In addition, Vanessa got pregnant again. And because of the stress of all of this, she miscarried their child. So Colby continued to live with that. So instead of us dogging this man for being a rapist, let us then get the full facts of the situation, which I have presented to you all, which you can simply Google. It didn't take a whole lot. You can simply Google it. It's not any hidden truth. But take that information, and now, before you call him a rapist, understand that many of the brothers that are on this screen right now have been in the exact same situation, not realizing, wow, that could have been considered rape. Now, let's go a little bit further. I want to talk to and address all of my brothers and sisters who are making these conspiracy theory videos. I'm not debating the validity of anything that you are teaching. I am saying, and I want you to hear me, because I've been up for the past 3 days counseling people because of your videos. There are things that I teach that I would only teach my students in private, that I would never, ever come across Facebook, come across Instagram, come across YouTube and teach, because there is an appropriate time and place for everything. Many of the people that your videos are affecting with all of these conspiracy theories are not able to handle the fear and the despair that come with your conspiracy theory videos, because you are not giving them practical solutions to follow it up. So let me tell you what it sounds like. Don't let your child really excel in sports because they're gonna kill them. Don't let your child become a singer and really, really excel because they killed Britney. Don't let them do good. Keep them close. Don't say anything. Don't let them become good. They're going to kill you. You're black. They're going to kill you. You're black. They're going to kill you. You're black. Cancel, cancel. So you need to understand, you have to be responsible for these videos that you're putting out. If you have students, share your videos with your students. If you have brothers that you talk to your brothers within the context of those that are those with wisdom. But when you, as what is called a community leader, then decide to turn around and release all of that out to people, you freak them completely out. You place fear and discouragement and despair in their hearts. I've had people taking their kids out of sports now because they have become afraid because they're watching all of these videos. Everybody is not at the same place. You have to understand and you have to be balanced. I'm not saying what you're saying is not correct. I am saying that you have to use wisdom. You cannot come on here and intellectually masturbate just to show how smart you are, because you are responsible for every person that you place fear in. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding have to be what undergirds you. I got a text earlier from a lady asking, well, Kobe's a rapist, so why do you have him on your page? That was somebody's daughter. Why would you not do that? And so that put me in my ego, because I don't just put random stuff up on my page. So this is why I had to wait 2 hours. I had just come out of meditation. I had to wait 2 hours to shift me out of my ego so that I could show up as an empress and be able to talk to everybody and to then defend this brother's legacy. So if you're just coming in, go back and listen, and you will see. You make the judgment in your mind from what was presented and what you can Google. Is he really a rapist? And when you determine, wow, he was a man at 24, a married man at 24 that made a real bad decision, but that does not make him a rapist. So now you can then honor him, because Kobe spent the rest of his life trying to make up for that one mistake, that one night of passion he had to try to make up with for the rest of his life. This is why he changed and came into an alter ego of the Black Mamba. He did that because he got tired of the negative stigma that went with Kobe Bryant. He said, I can become somebody else out there on that basketball court. I can become the Black Mamba, and I can be an assassin while I'm out there. And so that's what he chose to do. He continued to give money, to donate, to do and do and do with children, trying to make up for what he did. So we want to now use wisdom. We want to put some spec on that brother's name. That brother that made a mistake, that was an example. A lot of times leaders will make a mistake so that you can learn from their mistake. A whole lot of brothers did not cheat on their wives after that. They were like, nah, bruh, thank you. I ain't got to never, although that look good, it's curly, it's got a big butt and a smile, it's not worth me going through that. And going forward, you didn't have any more incidences of Kobe tripping. Kobe started working too much. And Vanessa was like, yo, I'm out. I'm out. We ain't getting none of your time. He was like, woo, let me fix all of this up. And so she took down the divorce decree. So for people that say, oh, Vanessa was just in it for the money, baby, Vanessa been with that brother for 20 years through all of this. She could have bounced after he committed adultery, and she'd have been set for the rest of her life and everybody's life in her family. None of that happened. She stuck by Kobe, and death did them part. So please don't dog her because she's a Latina, because for real, a lot of sisters wouldn't have put up with what she put up with. Real talk. She stuck in there with him. She laid down and had 4 babies for him. Okay, so let's not disrespect her legacy. Right now, Kobe is going through hell. He does not know he's dead, and neither does Gianna, and they're having a huge struggle. The way that you can help them right now, all of these scams with these conscious leaders asking you to give money, you a fool if you give any money. Kobe family don't need none of your money. What they do need is for you to light a white candle for Gianna, a white candle for Kobe, so that as Nebuchadnezzar is trying to lead them, they will release and go. Because Kobe ain't trying to go nowhere. So right now, he is incarnate. He is incarnate. Ermias went through the exact same thing. That's why Lauren's son saw him come back and talk to him. That child wasn't crazy, and didn't nobody tell that child to do that. Remember, children are returning ancestors, so they see the dead better than we do. Light those white candles and keep those candles burning. Right now, Vanessa is torn out the frame, and why would she not be? The love of her life for the last 20 years, she got with that brother when she was 17 years old. 17 years old, and gave him 20 years of her life. That's all she's known. And now he's gone and her baby girl gone. Oh yeah. Light a pink candle. If you want to put each of their names on there, put Vanessa, put Natalia, put Bianca, and put Capri. And just continue to keep candles lit for them, just like you would want somebody to do that for you if you lost your baby and your husband tragically. Because now she's got to try to put presence of mind together to put together funeral arrangements. Can't even wrap her head around it. Can't even wrap her head around it. Natalia just had a birthday. I believe her birthday was January 19th. Just had a birthday, and then this. So trying to wrap your mind around it. She's got to stay present of mind because she's got 3 baby girls in order to continue to raise, and she's got to keep his legacy going. So it's important, light those candles. Wherever you see negative things, delete those people. Now that you understand the truth of what actually happened, so that you don't think in your mind that that was rape. And if you're just now coming on, please go back and listen from the beginning. Please go behind me. I have 7 sources up here, so I'm not just pulling it out the sky. This is the reason Kobe never went to jail. Put some speck on his name. Put some speck on his name so that we'll be able to have some honor. You never ever want to put your mouth or speak ill of the dead, especially when they have done nothing to you. Don't put yourself out there. There is karma that comes with it, especially when your words are false. So I put up a post and I said, we're conscious, but we are not compassionate. And that's one of the things that I pray that you all receive from this Facebook Live, from this Instagram Live, is that whenever somebody makes their transition, please don't start posting your conspiracy theories, because their families are all over social media and your words are hurtful. Charla and Sharita just lost their baby brother. So he was Kobe Bryant to a whole bunch of people, but that was their baby brother. And they're torn out the frame. Now, he and his parents weren't speaking when he made his transition, and they got to live with that. The last thing they need is your negative comments out of things you've heard and do not know posted up on Facebook. So I thank you so very, very much for this opportunity to share with you all. It has been such a pleasure. This is what an empress does, just so that you all are clear. So I served faithfully from September 14, 2014, up until the 1st of this year as the community's queen. And then I was elevated to empress. So that means that there would be queens under me, and that now I have a whole empire because I have been seen faithful and able to manage larger groups of people. I have a responsibility, and it's my pleasure to be able to love you all in this manner. Please love each other. Please light those candles. On social media, use it to build up instead of tear down. Use your mouths to build up instead of tear down. If you haven't heard this from the beginning, please do. Go to my YouTube channel. It is the queenneithchannel.com, Neith. I'm going to upload this one on there shortly. Shimmy M. Hetepu.